Hello YouTube, this is the Nerdy Tribunal. I'm joined by, let's mix the names up this time, Victor, Ernest, Tom, and myself, Derek. So today we're going to talk about Punisher 2. Well, the news that Punisher 2 has been...
Punisher's Season 2, not a second movie. Just in case people are confused.
Yeah, sorry.
Netflix show Punisher Season 2.
My man.
I think I should stop doing the intros now, guys. I think that's just...
Yeah.
I start, after I say the first few lines, I'm like, what the hell are we talking about?
That's why we're here.
Exactly. Alright, so Season 2 Punisher, I think we said this in some videos before, I loved Punisher. So having a Season 2, super hype. Like, they did such a great job just making a TV show. I'm not even talking about the Marvel title itself.
You can get rid of the Punisher and have just a character in there, like that, but not a Marvel-based character, and it would still be.
Because I think they used the word Punisher like maybe less than 10 times, referring Frank Castles as the Punisher. They call him Frank or Castles. Like that's all. Or what's his other name? His alter ego name? Frank. Oh, it's still Frank, right? No, it's not Frank.
Oh, it was
Castile or something.
no in the.
Oh no,
his fake name.
His fake name, whatever it was.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
John? I don't know.
That's
the easiest
I
one.
guess that's it.
Anyways, so I'm personally super hyped because we left off at the end. He takes out the dudes that basically
takes out Agent Orange.
Agent Orange, the dude that was basically
In a great way.
in the most epic way possible.
Cleaning product.
He cleaned.
He cleaned it, right?
Cleaned them up.
What was that orange cleaning agent that you can buy? Like for when you have grease in your car?
Yeah,
Like,
Agent Orange.
is that what it's called?
Isn't it?
No!
Something orange. Something
Yeah,
Something
it's
orange.
orange.
I thought it was Agent
It's like
Orange.
OxyClean, but like orange.
But
clean
that's
or
why
something.
his name was that, wasn't it? He's
Sure.
Mr. Clean. He's also bald.
That works, but no. I don't know, actually. He might be actually 100% right here. But, we last left off him dead, the guys that were in charge of basically calling the hit for Frank Castle's family, which technically spawns the Punisher persona, or the Punisher himself. So, like, he's dead. We have his good buddy...
His old military buddy, Billy.
Billy. I know his real name, because my wife can't stop drooling over him. Ben Barnes is his name.
Is that his name?
I think so.
Like, he does have a handsome man name. Like
that
a Hemsworth.
That guy is sexy.
a Pratt.
Like a Chris.
Or
Ben Barnes.
Or an Evans.
Yeah, he's British too,
Just
right?
Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Barnes.
Ben Barnes.
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 That's so
What is
unsexy.
his
He has a
Bucky.
British accent, yo.
What is Bucky?
Bucky Barnes. Well, he could be. Anyways, he's a really he's like super good looking. But the
Not anymore.
the best part is he's not anymore. So he's gonna be Jigsaw.
Sucks.
Correct? He's gonna be Jigsaw.
He's gonna be Jigsaw, who
Moving
is
forward, right?
the Punisher's, I guess, biggest villain in the comics,
One of
or
them.
one of them.
Yeah.
Like one of his main antagonists.
And it's a mainstay. He's not one of those like one and done dudes. Like he's always there. Menace. It's like the Joker.
It's like the
to
Joker
the Batman.
to the Batman.
Okay, good, cool.
In a
Wilson
sense, right?
Fisk.
Wilson Fisk.
Well, he's one of the more major.
Yeah, he's just a bad guy to everyone. He's just a bad guy.
Well, even in New York on the ground level, he's technically the main bad guy, Wilson Fisk, right? Like,
because I can see them bringing him in as the
Oh,
main
that'd be
villain for
sick.
season 2.
And he has been up against him.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the thing is, Wilson Fisk just hires Jigsaw to be one of his henchmen.
Yeah, so like for season 2, how do you think the story's going to play out? I don't know much about the Punisher's origins.
So
I've heard
hard.
bits and pieces.
That's why I say Wilson Fisk comes into play.
Yeah,
Because
he's out of jail already, right?
Yeah, he's out and about, and basically he's out to get people that kind of wronged him, right?
Yeah,
Like it'll be Daredevil and Punisher.
because
really.
Punisher, like the one that just finished, I will call it Punisher 1, season 1, that it finished like quite like wholesomely, like it's just like it was like packaged, right? Other than Billy's character, which could just be it could be tied off at any point. Like it was very open and closed, right?
Yeah.
Like
it seemed like he's no longer needs to be the Punisher.
Yeah.
That's what makes it great, because he seems like, oh, this guy's at peace now, and then all of a sudden everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
And which actually is better.
Yeah.
Because if he was just still running around, you would ask questions like, what was he doing lately? Like, why is he still doing this? There's no reason, because his story is closed. But it's, I don't know. I don't know where they can go with it.
Like if they're doing straight Punisher, like I'm speculating, I guess we'll get into a bit now, the speculation bit, like how the story could go. Like I don't know enough about his origin story or enough about his stories in general, what they can pull in, other than now having Jigsaw as a villain like, or maybe putting Wilson Fisk. But I'm speculating that what triggers him, and what could also trigger all the other Netflix Marvel things, is the death of Karen Page.
Maybe.
Because like in this show, like they had like there's this relationship that they have. It wasn't necessarily romantic, but there's like almost an over amount and unexplained. And probably my only criticism, the amount of care they showed for each other.
It's like a brother and sister kind of thing.
Yeah,
almost.
It felt like
and it was a little bit unnatural to me because it just kind of it felt like it spawned out of nowhere. And they kind of they took the she stood up for me in court, she fought for me, and then whereas Karen Page sees like this guy's just a bothered human, right? She understands how like crazy the world is, and me, like, you know, his ways aren't the best, but they're not the worst.
Well,
right?
you started seeing it when it was Daredevil season 2, because everyone was against Frank.
Yeah, even Daredevil himself.
Yeah, so Karen was the only one that showed compassion to him and understood like there are reasons why people do certain things.
Yeah. So
he had this connection to her where there was someone there to help him.
Yeah.
So in a world where everyone was held together. So I can see that happening. It seemed a little more, I guess if you didn't watch season 2 of Daredevil, it seemed unnatural.
Yeah, I watched season 2 Daredevil. Yeah. It felt a little like it escalated very quickly.
Yes, that's what it was. It escalated quicker.
Like it didn't have much development time for that relationship. But like, you know, like I understand Karen Page not seeing Punisher like after he kills all those dudes, like just doesn't know where he is. Like that concern does build, and we know Frank Castle's a little loopy, right? So like anyone that he perceives as family or like someone that's important to him, he goes completely overboard. So I can understand the logic. Just seeing it unfold the way it did was just a little weird. But I think the death of Karen Page can trigger him going back to Punisher mode, because Wilson Fisk comes in, finds out she killed like
his ex-assistant.
His ex-assistant gets her murdered, and now we have Punisher unleashed, right? And then if we're looking at other Marvel things, like we know Daredevil was like, you know, saved after the Defenders, right? Mm-hmm. So like he hears word Karen Page is dead. I'm back in New York. I don't know where the hell he is right now, but I'm back in New York. I am. Yeah, like maybe still.
I can. There's only 2 characters I can see in the Netflix series who, if they died, something happens. Where it's Karen Page, because that's 2 characters there that would get involved, or Rosario Dawson,
Claire Temple,
where she's involved with I think everybody
except for Punisher.
Except for Punisher, I don't remember if she's a Punisher.
She wasn't in this Punisher, and she might know of the Punisher, but I don't think she's ever mended him up, fixed him up.
I can see where that's coming from, but I can't see Karen Page dying just yet.
Yeah.
I see her being an integral part of the next Daredevil series.
Yeah, I can't see her dying anytime soon. But it's
like we don't know what the order comes out, right?
For me, what I think might work, if we're not going to do the whole Kingpin and Jigsaw thing, consider the fact that Punisher killed so many mobsters, gangsters. There's going to be someone trying to fight up the ranks. So how are you going to be up there? How are they going to respect you? By taking out the guy that took out most of the people. Yeah. Everyone puts a hit on Punisher. Yeah. Winner takes all kind of deal.
It's just you will need a villain because people want that, right? You don't want to see a show where he's just killing
a bunch of mobsters, right?
There are like a lot of mobsters in the Marvel comics that kind of ranks up. Like Jigsaw was kind of seen as a mobster for a while. There's Barracuda. There's a whole bunch of other characters you can bring in that aren't as well known, but they could easily fit the role of a more higher ranked criminal that can kind of take over.
I think it would be nicer if Wilson Fisk did show up though, because we haven't seen him in a while. And I love him.
It's probably more than likely that he's going to show up in the next one because we need like a mainstay villain, right?
Yeah, like him hires Jigsaw, and then maybe 1 or 2 other characters.
It could be even Jigsaw like looking for him because he needs someone to bankroll him, a group of guys to take him out, right?
Because he's still a businessman.
Yeah.
Even though his face.
The thing is,
he still has money and everything.
The thing is, with the way Punisher was like, the thing is, it was written in a way that it was a gruesome action drama. That when you start bringing back in like big names like Wilson Fisk, it goes back to the superhero sort of TV show.
To a point, but the thing is,
can they maintain that drama? Because I think that's what I liked most about it. Like the fighting was really good. The excess gore was like perfect for the time to sing tones, but like the drama in between, like everything else in between those scenes.
It does work because he has a connection with Jigsaw. So you can have the physicality with Jigsaw, but you have all the mind games, all the mental stuff with Kingpin.
The Kingpin is there's no superpower related things with Kingpin, Punisher, or Jigsaw. So with them, it becomes a crime drama or whatever it already is, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, when Kingpin was with Daredevil, because Daredevil is superpowered, or in a kind of, and also he has that suit, and the show is geared towards being a superhero kind of show.
Yeah, but it has supernatural stuff in it too, right?
And that's the thing. But you throw in Wilson Fisk into Punisher, now it stays grounded.
Yeah, it just
stays real. There's no hand involved.
Yeah.
So it's so it'd still be fine.
So here's the thing, right? Like Punisher itself had a lot of themes that are real life themes. So we have like and common themes. So like we have soldiers coming back from war, them suffering and dealing with PTSD. Right, that was a huge bit. We had the kid that blew himself up. Like, yes, extreme, but it's touching on like some social issues along with like gun control. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, there's these social issues that were embedded. I think that's what made it a little bit better because it was real. It was almost this visceral kind of feeling of like I don't know how to describe it. Just it felt real. Yeah. Like it felt it felt like I can relate to everything they're doing and saying.
The way I see this like this.
Whereas you can't in Daredevil, right?
Season 1 of Punisher is a revenge story. It's Frank Castle kind of getting revenge.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's also Agent Orange kind of getting revenge as well.
Yeah.
And it's a continuation for Season 2. It's Jigsaw getting revenge for what he did to him. Yeah. And then Kingpin's getting revenge on him too.
Oh, yeah, I'm just curious to see like if they're going to incorporate any sort of like social issues or like.
Well, you look at all the other Netflix shows.
Yeah.
They all had a certain social issue added to it. Like Jessica Jones had it. Luke Cage had it.
I think that's why I like Jessica Jones, even though it wasn't.
Yeah, this one had it. Iron Fist is a little iffy there. There's a little bit of racism in there.
Like I'm getting for Iron Fist, like that's the example that I want to use. That the season 2 can turn into that because they address a lot of the issues that were core to Frank Castle's character already via his former soldier, right? PTSD issues, therefore gun control issues. And it just rolls on, right? Like, what can they do in season 2 that allows them to do it again without repeating it, right? Like, it has to be a new thing. But what can you do with the Punisher character, right?
I think the thing is with these shows, I think after the first season, that's not going to be a thing anymore.
Yeah, that sucks. So I think that's what made it good.
Because you're not really trying to tell their backstory anymore because you kind of already have that. So without that, how are you going to get that social issue out? Yeah. So it's more about just Frank Castle now. It's not really about that social issue.
You can still talk about gun control.
Yeah,
but
public shooting.
But you don't want to beat the dead horse, right? Yeah. Like if they did it already. Like I wonder if they can think of something new.
Because I think that's why it wouldn't be like a more like social issue. It would be more like a personal issue kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's no longer going to be that. I'm pretty sure it's. Because, like you said, you can't beat the dead horse, right?
Yeah. It has to be more self-centered now.
Yeah. Because I really like those scenes or, like, the discussion they had with, like, the soldiers' meetings and all that stuff. The dialogue in that. The stuff when they focus on the kid and it's, like, digging the whole trench in his backyard. Like, I don't know if that's real, but I want to think that, like, the soldiers that fight for any of their countries come back and this is the support they get. Like, it brings these social issues in a cinematic way, and I'm not trying to be some sort of social justice warrior here, but like it just makes the TV show a little bit more real and visceral, and just like it feels.
When you look at Daredevil season 1 and compare it to season 2, it's very different.
Yeah.
So I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But maybe Punisher wouldn't change too much.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out after Jessica Jones season 2 comes out, because then we can see how the progression goes for each season.
Because you're right, Jessica Jones will fall into that category of not the action category, but like the more drama category.
Because that comes out in March, if I remember. March. Yeah. So I guess we'll find out how maybe other shows will progress with that kind of the message, maybe. But
So that's going to wrap up our discussion for today. If you guys have any ideas how season 2 of Punisher is going to progress, comments below. You can even comment about how much you like or dislike Punisher season 1. We'd love to see that stuff. So please like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and thank you.